Life, it has a way of just hitting you, right? Those moments that come out of nowhere and just bring you to your knees. Well, today, we're going to dive right into that feeling. We're not just talking about surviving it, but actually coming out stronger on the other side. We're going to explore what it really means to become unbroken. So, let me just ask you straight up. Have you ever felt that? That deep, gut punch feeling like something inside you has just shattered. It's a raw feeling for sure, and it's something pretty much all of us go through.
And this feeling, it's not just one thing, right? It can hit you emotionally from a bad breakup or spiritually where it just shakes your whole belief system. And of course, there's that crushing weight of financial trouble. Your heart, your business, your spirit, they can all feel broken.
And look, let's just be real for a second. The source material nails it with this quote. Sometimes things just aren't going to go your way. The stuff you didn't see coming, the things you didn't ask for, it happens to all of us. And it's so important to remember this isn't some sign that you failed. It's just life.
So that leads us right into our first section here, understanding that this is, inevitable. We're really going to reframe this whole idea of breaking. It's not a failure, okay? It's a human experience we all have to figure out how to navigate. And just look at all the different ways this can happen. It's a lot. You can break physically, like from an injury, or mentally from just unbearable stress. Your heart can break. Your spirit can get crushed by disappointment. Your business can go under. Your finances can just collapse. It can seriously feel like you're being attacked from every single direction.
And the thing is, none of this stuff leaves you unchanged. It just can't. Think about it like a broken bone that heals. It's never exactly the same. These breaks, they leave a mark. They become a part of your story. But here's the crucial part. You get a say in what that mark actually means.
And that's really the question, isn't it? Is that scar going to be a constant reminder of how you were defeated, or is it going to be a symbol of the battle you fought and you won? This right here, this is where you start to take your power back.
Okay, so how does this choice actually work? What does it look like? Well, that brings us to this next idea, a valley of two voices. Because when you're in that tough spot, there is a massive internal battle going on. So imagine this valley. It's not a real place, obviously, but it's that mental space you're in right after you get knocked flat. You're confused, you're hurting, and it's right there in that moment that these two completely different voices start whispering in your ear. And this really lays out that internal tug-of-war perfectly. You've got the voice of defeat, right? It's all about worry, complaining, blaming someone else. But then there's that other voice, the voice of victory. And that one offers wisdom, it looks for things to be grateful for, and it holds on to faith. The key takeaway from the source is so powerful. It's not about what happens to you, it's about which of these voices you choose to listen to. That's what decides everything.
What a powerful way to look at it. Every single time you feel like you're breaking, it's actually a chance. It's an opportunity to build yourself back up. But not the same, better, stronger, smarter, more resilient. The very thing that broke you can become the fuel for your transformation.
So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? What's the difference between the person who gets crushed by all this and the person who is actually forged by it? What is that secret ingredient?
All right, let's get into the answer. This next section is all about finding your why, finding that fuel for the fight. Because it's not just about being tough. It's about having a deep, powerful reason to be tough in the first place. And this, right here, is the core message. It's not about finding strength. You already have it. The source is saying you are already strong enough, but you have to unlock it. And the key that fits that lock is your reason. That purpose that's so big, so important, it literally pulls you off the mat when all you want to do is quit.
And look, your reason doesn't have to be some complicated, philosophical thing. It can be as simple and as powerful as this. I've got a family to live for. I'm not done yet. That simple, stubborn refusal to give up, that's your anchor. Your story is not over.
All right, so once you have that reason, it's time to go on the offensive. This brings us to the final part of the journey, declaring your victory. And that means facing the only thing that's truly standing in your way. And here it is. It's a tough pill to swallow sometimes, but it's also incredibly empowering. No situation, no person, no bit of bad luck gets the final say. They can knock you down, sure, but they can't keep you down. Only you can make that call. The only person who can truly decide that it's over is you. So what do? You look that problem, that sickness, that debt, that heartbreak, square in the face. And you tell it, and more importantly, you tell yourself, I can beat this.
It all starts right there, with the belief that it's even possible.
And then you take it up a notch. It's not just a possibility anymore. It becomes a commitment. This isn't wishful thinking. It's a promise you make to yourself. I will beat this. Now, the fight is really on.
And finally, you raise the stakes to the absolute highest level. This isn't a choice anymore. It's a necessity. Your reason, your family, your future, whatever it is, it all depends on this. It becomes non-negotiable. I must. There's no other way.
Now, when you get to that I must place, that's when something amazing starts to happen. And that's what this final section is all about, the end result of this fight. It's not just about getting back to normal, it's about transformation.
In this transformation, it's a process. First, you just have to crawl out of that dark place. It's not pretty, it's not heroic, but it's forward motion. Then, you start to rise. Then you're not just getting back to who you were before, you're rising above it. And finally, you step into the person you were always meant to be, the person who could only have been created in this fire.
And this is really the whole point, isn't it? This is the big takeaway. Being unbroken doesn't mean you never get cracks. It doesn't mean you never fall apart. It means that in the very act of fighting, of choosing that voice of victory, of crawling and then rising, that's where you're transformed. Strength isn't about never breaking. It's about what you become because you were broken and you fought your way back. You become, and from that day forward, you remain unbroken.